To become one of the best teams, you have to believe. Many have worn the cardinal and white in the past, but this is our time.
You gotta believe. If you want to be a championship team, you gotta believe in each other.
You gotta believe.
It's just a fun game. I feel like it's completely different from any other sport. I don't know, it's fun to me, I guess. My freshman year, I'd always tried thinking yeah, you can play D1 baseball and you just gotta keep working.
Baker to Doherty, swinging. Doherty's down on strikes. John Baker, a 1-2-3, top of the second inning, including 2 strikeouts.
John Baker, a pitcher out of Heartland High School in Michigan.
Really, I only played baseball in high school for my junior and senior year. I had arm surgery my sophomore year.
Due to bone chips and bicep tendonitis, Baker didn't make his first high school pitching appearance until his junior year.
I mean, it sucked getting surgery, obviously, but I knew I could come back strong and if not stronger, and I think that's what did happen for me, and I'm glad it came out that way.
That year, he led Heartland to the state championship game.
Everyone was excited. I mean, we made it that far, so we knew we had a chance to win the whole thing, and it was a big moment for us.
Coach French saw him on some kind of video, and then we brought him in, and then it kind of just sat there for a while because we were playing our season and we just didn't have time to get out to see him because when he was pitching it never lined up right. Well, it was the state championship time in Michigan, and I said, hey, what about that John Baker? Maybe I can go see him. And lo and behold, he's pitching his state championship game. And he's a junior facing a guy that was going to Michigan that was one of their top recruits. And they were the heavy favorite, the other team.
Meanwhile, for the Heartland Eagles, they will be countering with John Baker. No slouch. He's got an ERA under 1 as well. It's shaping up to be a pitcher's duel today.
It's going to be a pitcher's duel today.
He showed a lot of moxie because a lot of guys in that environment, I mean, total packed house at Michigan State, and in that environment would have maybe been really nervous or nothing. He didn't show anything like that.
Inside corner, strike 3 call. John Baker has 110 strikeouts in 68 innings pitched.
Any other game, I mean, of course it was the state championship. I mean, all of us just went out there and played our game.
He also impacted the team at the plate.
It's waving that bat, the 1-2. Lined into left field, that's a base hit.
An RBI, 10 innings, 132 pitches, and 11 strikeouts.
Catcher for strike 3. With nobody out, here's the delivery. Schumann, fly ball right field, way back, way back, way back, over the head of the right fielder. It's a walk-off winner for Brett Oliver, and the Heartland Eagles are Division I champions.
One of the craziest moments in my life in baseball, and everyone just rushing out the field was an awesome feeling.
And he was the man. He was the MVP. He was the man. He won the tournament for him. And I mean, what could you not like, and how could you not want that guy to be a part of your program?
That year, Mr. Baker shared the honor of being named Mr. Baseball in the state of Michigan. He decided that Ball State would be his new home.
Yep, I'm going to Ball State. That would be a good experience, get in there, and then it might be a grind for a little bit, but hopefully I'll be able to fill some innings.
I just feel like I liked all the coaching staff, and I met a few of the players, and they all seemed like great guys, and they were, and I just feel it was a nice field for me.
Johnny's been in big games before he was at Ball State, and so again, when he just jumps right into a big game, and now that he's kind of worked his way into the rotation and he's in these conference games, it's just another start for him.
Baker with the 2-2 pitch to Williams. Williams chases, comes up empty.
In just his first year, Baker earned a spot in the weekend rotation, one of many goals he has on the diamond.
To become the Friday starter and the main guy here and help lead my team. Hopefully make it to the big leagues and see where we go from there.
I'm the youngest of 4, and everybody's played sports. My 2 oldest brothers both played Division I. My sister, she was really athletic. She didn't play in college, but it's just always been a part of our family. Like, that's what we did growing up, was play sports. Like, cause I was bigger than everybody. I mean, I just hit my growth spurt early, and then everybody started catching up, and then I was like, oh God, like, I don't know. Baseball seems more my route. Coach Maloney was, it was great. Absolutely loved talking to Coach. He really sold the program. Just really sold like what this place was about. And seeing his vision like for our field, because like when I came on my visit, I didn't even go out to the field. He just showed me what it was going to look like, and like the way that he believed in what was going to happen, like made me believe. Like, this team reminds me the most of my freshman year. That was the year that we had the best record in the history of the MAC, and we were a team. Like, we were one. Like, we had our like little Rat Pack. Like, we did what Rat Pack did. Like, we were together. And I really feel like this team is very similar to that, and where everyone's pulling in the same direction. Like, it's coming to an end. I've been a ball player my whole life. Like, this is what I've done, and it's winding down. And so like just that thought of like, this is my first practice of the spring. Like, it's just a nice little like nudge, a little sense of urgency, but at the same time it's like, it's calming. Like, it's getting you out there.
Kevin Martin has been such an instrumental piece with this Ball State pitching rotation ever since coming over as a transfer from Akron.
I felt really lost when everything happened, because I just felt like we were just thrown out there, and we were just left out to dry.
As a 6'7", 250-pound left-hand pitcher from Shelby Township, Michigan, Kevin Martin played multiple sports growing up. But he realized the most potential in baseball.
Baseball, a lot of people were like, oh, being tall and left-handed, that's probably going to be your best sport in the end. I had a summer ball coach who sent out a video of me pitching to tons of schools around the country, and East Tennessee was one of the schools that replied. And they replied saying, oh, we have a spot for you on the team. So then they offered me, and I drove down for a visit. And I committed right after, just because I wanted to play D1 baseball.
Top of the 9th, 2 outs. ETSU leading 7-2, an 0-2 count. Carry Doan, the pitch to LaCourie. Bouncer right back to Doan. He'll step, he'll throw. The Bucks are headed to the NCAA tournament. The dog pile has begun. And ETSU in the tournament for the first time since 1981. 10th inning show.
Making the NCAA region was awesome. It was an unbelievable experience. So the atmosphere and obviously the competition, you're playing the best of the best. After my first 2 years, I didn't get as many innings as I wanted, that I thought it would have been tough for me to sort of dig myself out of a hole, because you got new recruits coming in every year.
After his sophomore year at East Tennessee State, Kevin decided to continue his baseball career at the University of Akron, although due to NCAA transfer rules, he had to sit out the next season.
It was extremely hard sitting out, knowing there's nothing you can do. All you can do is just sit there and watch. I ran the balls out to the umpire every game. Every Thursday was my day to pitch, and that was the day that we would have practice. And then they would get on the bus and travel. So that was my day to pitch to them, and I'd throw every day. I was throwing 6, 7, sometimes 8. I was throwing at least 100 pitches, every Thursday.
After sitting out a season, Kevin was preparing for his redshirt junior year in North Carolina, playing summer baseball for the Wilson Tobbs, as the University of Akron was making national headlines.
I was sitting in North Carolina when my dad calls me around 10 a.m. and tells me to check my email. I don't check my email much in the summer, So I open up my email and receive this long letter from the University of Akron saying the baseball program has been disbanded, and that here is your release, and you're able to talk to any school in the entire country. I was in really shock. I didn't really know what to do at the time because I was in North Carolina too, so I was sitting in my host family's house who, you know, I was far away from home, so I didn't really know what to do at the time.
For Akron losing their baseball program, what does this mean to that community?
It's a huge deal because it's a blow not only to a kid from Toledo, but Jensen makes a point. You got half the team now that's searching for, well, do I keep my scholarship and just go to school, or do I continue my dream of playing baseball?
There was just like 30 of us that, you know, left out to dry and saying, all right, you've got about a month to find out what school you're going to finish up your career at. And it was pretty, it was a tough time for sure. Coach Maloney was the first one to give me a call, and you know, that was, you know, he reached out to me, and you know, he just felt, he talked to me just that, you know, they needed a need in pitching here.
First I reached out to the coach, and the coach said he was going to be in their starting rotation, so that was a no-brainer.
It was literally maybe a half hour after the news broke that he called me, you know, expressing his need for, or want, you know, to me to play at Ball State. That was really what sold me when Coach Maloney, when he was the first one to call me.
If we could make it happen, we were going to try, and we were very aggressive to try to get him to come here because we knew there would be other suitors, and fortunately for us, we got him.
But a strikeout for Martin of Scott.
When I came here, I just felt a lot like there was something special about these guys. I can't thank the seniors enough. You know, Dave Current, B.J. Butler, Caleb, Matt Epper, Sean Kennedy, even the guys that left, Plezak, Ryan Fleschenkall, all of those guys, they all took me open with open arms, and I can't thank them enough.
Martin, the 2-2, does exactly that, Quentin. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Martin.
It's great to have a guy that you can rely on, that you know you can count on every week, that's going to take the ball and compete as hard as he does. And you know he's giving you everything that he's got. And being 6'8" doesn't hurt. And being strong as an ox doesn't hurt. And having that great work ethic doesn't hurt. So those are all attributes that make him a great team player.
This senior class, our goal is to leave a legacy for the rest of the younger guys behind us to carry on and to continue that winning tradition here that we have at Ball State.